Francine. Hey, Rock! He's in the wall! Keep up the good work, baby. Stop down! Get the kid off it! Where's the line?
Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
Hey, Lars.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. On today's episode, we've got your WWE Smackdown recap on the road to Elimination Chamber. But first, got a little bit of news about the Royal Rumble, which went down last weekend. Original plans revealed, Larson?
Well, I mean, according to Dave Meltzer, yeah.
Well, there you go.
He had a pretty extensive write-up on the Rumble. Not so much editorializing the matches. You can find that out if you watch our reaction to Dave's star ratings over on Friendo Club Wrestling.
You know, I don't watch our own stuff very often. I rewatch that one because it's quite funny.
See, in hindsight, in the moment, maybe infuriating, but you go back, you rewatch it. Do you understand now?
No, it's what I'm talking about. You got to sell for the people. You're selling me, I'm selling you, everybody's selling each other. It's great. That's what it's all about.
What it's all about. Anyways, we're getting off base. So go watch it, though, please.
Yeah, it's really good.
Amongst the lengthy write-up of the Rumble, how it's leading into Mania and Chamber, so on and so forth, he talks about some change of plans as it relates to the Rumble. But let's go all the way back to Seth Rollins getting hurt at Crown Jewel. So this is what Dave had to say in the newsletter this week. Quote, the injury to Rollins caused changes as they went with Punk as champion with the idea of a 3-step program with Braun Breaker getting a title match on the Raw Netflix anniversary show and losing, coming back, winning the Rumble, and then facing and beating Punk for the title at Mania. Enter McIntyre, who pushed the idea that since he had lost multiple times to Rhodes, it'd be better for him to win the title in the already announced 3 Stages of Hell match. Rhodes was on board with that idea. Reigns, Rhodes, and Punk are viewed right now as the 3 biggest stars, so essentially McIntyre was getting Breaker's spot in the title picture. When the decision was made, they had to scrap Breaker winning the Rumble, and the choices were either Rhodes or Reigns. Obviously, they went with Roman, so I guess maybe if, assuming Dave's onto something here, is that really a tell that Cody's winning the Chamber then?
Well, there's still the thing with Fatu. You got to think, it's going to be.
They announced tonight that there's the qualifiers: Cody, Jacob, and Sami Zayn.
Okay, so how about this? Cody and Jacob, they do a double pin to finish that triple threat. They both are inside one of the chambers.
Oh, okay, there you go.
That's a stupid idea. It's horrible.
I'll tell you who ain't winning that match though is Sad Sack Sammy.
Hey, Sammy, you did great. What a rip, Sammy. Hey, Sammy, you suck. Boy, watching Sad Sammy walk down the hallway and everybody trying to hype him up. That was a nice touch.
Yeah, I figured you probably enjoyed that quite a bit.
Nobody wants to hear that shit.
No.
And Sammy got absolutely murdered. I think, dude, sort of the biggest, because look, man, Cody, it's Cody, right? It's Cody or it's Cody Fatu somehow. I can see Cody winning. Maybe there's some, I don't know, shenanigans or something, but it's a chamber, so how could there be shenanigans? But Fatu somehow.
There were shenanigans last year that led to Cena winning. Seth was eliminated, came back in, stopped
Yes,
Phil.
You're correct. Yeah. I could see shenanigans and Fatu still getting in that triple threat. So it's going to be Fatu or Cody, probably Cody. It's going to be Cody and then Fatu maybe also. The bigger question though is, to me, looking at this, assuming it's true, is you have this thing for Braun Breaker and it's a pretty decent plan. Mm-hmm. Right? Like he goes to Netflix anniversary. Seth gets injured. Punk wins it. He goes to Netflix anniversary. He loses there. And it's like, but the redemption thing is going to be him going and winning the Rumble. But then separate from that, Drew and Cody are like, hey, you know what, man? It makes more sense for Drew to win this. That gets Drew to WrestleMania status. Breaker's like, whoa, wait a second. I mean, to me, it's interesting. The vision's like the A story or I don't know. It's sort of 1A, 1B, I guess, or 1C now, probably the B story. But like they sort of shelve kind of an important story beat, kind of an important moment because they got all these. I guess it's just wrestling, you know. It's like, well, we need our biggest stars, the biggest attraction on the biggest stage.
The main event matches at WrestleMania, yeah.
And that's just what's going to happen.
That's how the cards fell, evidently.
Yeah.
You know, I guess if the idea was that it was going to be Cody and Roman for one of the matches, had Cody not lost the title to Drew, all right, you got two of your three top stars there, one match, and then you got for night 2 and then night 1, you'd have Punk and Braun.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, but I think taking the long-term approach with Braun is going to be to his benefit, though.
Oh, 1,000%.
You know, we've had this discussion before. There's some people I feel like you could fast track because you could see across the board they're ready for that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, you know, sound like a broken record. I just feel like with Braun, there's a couple things need a little bit of improvement before I feel like, yes, WrestleMania main eventer, I buy in.
Yeah, right.
You know, and taking the longer term approach, having him have this story with Seth, you know, coming out of that elevated, you know, being put in consistently in situations where he has to bring his A game every single time.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how small of a segment, no matter how many lines he has in said segment, you know, you got to bring it every single time. And if this is a situation where the direction is, all right, you're going to be like mumbly here, and then when you're out in the ring, you bark and scream a lot.
Yeah.
Well, there's a way to do the mumbly thing so it's intriguing, and they haven't exactly cracked that yet.
I think, especially with the way they're approaching whatever this is with the new masked man, whether it ends up being Waller, not Waller, Seth, a new faction, just Seth, I don't know. Whatever it ends up being.
Faction of Seths, yes.
Yeah. You have the revolutionary, the visionary, the architect.
Exactly.
3 freaking Rollins. Regardless of how they're doing it, I do think that's a more interesting, you know, even though he's a bad guys also should face some amount of adversity in their own way. They should have a story that culminates in, you know, them winning the title, because that's the, you know, the story in pro wrestling is road to title. And yeah, like I agree. I do think that they could have easily ran with Braun Breaker at the Netflix thing. I think they could have run with Braun Breaker by now. And sometimes you learn a little bit on the job. You learn not to be so mumbly, whatever. I think they could have done that and it would have been fine. But I think it's probably to his benefit, as you say. I don't disagree. I think it's to his benefit to wait a little longer. It's all good.
I actually think it would have been better off him winning at Netflix. Punk gets the title match at Mania, and you have Seth return to cost Braun the title and help Phil. That's interesting stuff there. You know?
That's kind of interesting. Yeah,
but you know, obviously they didn't go that route. We're probably gonna get Seth and Braun at Mania.
Yeah,
makes a ton of sense. Obviously, you know, assuming Seth is ready to go and healthy.
Yeah.
So you know, he seemed to be, you know, he was chatting it up with MJF press row for Super Bowl. So.
Just, you know, hanging out, doing like the small talk. What was your, you know, you're a student of the human condition, of body language.
Yeah.
You saw this clip.
Uh-huh.
What's your read on it? Is there tension? Are they feeling awkward because they're in different companies? That's the one, isn't it?
I felt like Seth felt a little awkward about it. Not so much MJF. But Seth had the thing where his hands were kind of, I think hands were in his pockets. He's kind of doing the little shuffly back and forth.
The shuffly back and forth. You notice that too. Yeah. It's honestly, to me, it's like I'm going to, you know, like an extended family get together. And there are some cousins who I'm like super tight with. Doesn't matter how long we're away from each other. We're still like we're little kids. Right. But like, there are some people who it's like, I barely know you, but I know you enough to sit here and have pleasantries. But that interaction is the one where your social battery depletes so quickly because you can only be fake for so long. And let's be honest, that's what you're being.
Another thing is Seth wasn't maintaining consistent eye contact either. He was looking around, doing the little shuffle thing. He seemed.
Is there any, do you think there's any amount of that that's like, man, I'm going to get static because like I'm talking to this guy and people are going to act like our companies are on the same level, and I know like our company wants to be.
Oh, it's just
like,
anytime there were two people from different companies or just having like a little chat, people are going to make more of a deal out of it than it probably is.
There's like a little face off, this chilly face off, and they did fake laughs afterwards. It's just so so uncomfortable.
And it's it's this thing where I'm sure they're both aware. Oh, people are gonna get their phones out and probably want to capture this moment. So kind of stand around, being aware of that, being aware that you're being photographed or recorded while you're having this conversation. That's probably not a great feeling either.
Yeah, those fucking nerds, Steve and Lars, are going to be talking about this stupid shit. Or more, like worse, just the internet. It's just Twitter talking about that shit. If this is true, Maggie says, I think Seth has said he's a self-described introvert. Mm-hmm. If that's true, then he's just going out of his mind, wanting to get away, wanting to be anywhere else. Because I know I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, like I hear on the show, I'm like, no, talk a million miles an hour. But like, in real life, man, my social battery dies so quickly.
Same.
I'm just like, oh, thank God there's a fucking table of food over there. I can go act like I'm looking at the food.
Or anything, it's harder to talk when you got a mouthful of food. Just keep shoveling the food in your mouth. You're like, sorry, I can't talk. I got a mouthful of food. Like if anybody watching the show were to see me in a social situation, they'd probably be surprised about how little I talk.
It cracks me up whenever I see like Instagram stuff of you socializing, because like your wife will post some stuff sometimes, and I'll be like, this fake bastard. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah. No, I'm not fake.
Because look, I know it's not fake, but it's not like you and me together. It's not like you, me, and Hilton together. It's like you got to put on the mask, the pleasantries.
30 years of familiarity there.
Right. Different. I can be a piece of shit with you because that's kind of who I am. And with other people, I have to be like respectable and normal and like an adult.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hate that garbage. Poser. That's what it is, a poser.
Poser. We officially spent more time talking about awkward conversations than real run plans.
All right. Well, how about this? Let's make this deal. Let's go ahead and do the sponsors right now, and then we'll hop into the SmackDown recap.
Sure.
All right. This episode of Going in Raw is sponsored by BetterHelp. So much of February is focused on flowers and candy and, like relationships and dating. And regardless if you're married, dating, single, or just focusing on yourself, therapy can help you find your way and see more clearly where you want to be.
Yep. My wife and I have been together for over 20 years, but it's not like I've always had things all figured out. For example, in my mid-20s, I was dealing with severe anxiety. I was definitely putting stress on my relationship. Thanks to therapy, I was able to learn the tools I needed to better cope with my anxiety, which allowed me to refocus on my relationship and got me on the path to becoming a better Larson.
And with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. And BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can put your focus on your therapy goals.
All you got to do to get started is fill out a short questionnaire that helps identify your needs and preferences. And BetterHelp's 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means they typically get it right the first time. But if you aren't happy with your match, you can always switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recommendations.
Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/raw. That's betterhelp.com/raw.
And this episode of Going in Raw is sponsored by Tempo. Steve, you've known me a very long time.
Yes, correct. We just talked about that.
And I like to watch what I eat, and I try my best to make my own healthy meals here at home as often as I can. But far too often, there are times in my schedule where I just can't do that. And unfortunately, prioritizing eating well is often the first thing I got to drop just to save a little bit of time. It's frustrating.
I understand that. Same here, man. I used to run to the nearest drive-thru or just like nosh on snacks all day whenever I found myself in a time crunch. But now I reach for Tempo. Tempo gives me nutrient-packed meals that are delivered directly to my door and are ready to eat in 2 minutes. Perfect for those times when I need real fuel real fast.
And Tempo keeps things exciting with 20 new chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals every week. Like spicy pork carnitas and rice bowls, and Italian market chicken that are made from nutrient-rich ingredients so you can stay consistent with your healthy eating habits.
And no matter your goals, Tempo has a meal for you. They've got carb-conscious and GLP-1 balanced meals, and you'll really love this, Larson. They got protein-packed meals with up to 30 grams of protein, man.
Oh, man. 30 grams of protein, you say, huh?
Man.
For a limited time, Tempo is offering Going In Raw listeners 60% off their first box. Go to tempomeals.com/raw. That's tempomeals.com/raw for 60% off your first box. Tempomeals.com/raw. Rules and restrictions may apply.
All right, real quick, we got some memberships here. Those members, they want in on the February Predictions Challenge. So if you want in on the Predictions Challenge as well, be sure to hit join right here, youtube.com/Steve and Larson, or go to patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Rift Machine became a member for 51 months now. My goodness gracious. Oh man, says, cheers, friendos. Just a big old thank you for your time and content. Too sweet, me brother. And then Mr. Dope became a channel member as well. Thank you, Mr. Dope. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Mr. Dope.
And we have a super chat from Kian who says, if the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 is accurate, the women need the main event instead. We've seen it already, and it's always whatever. Don't know how we get there, but an Io and Rhea singles match should main. What's the rumored Night 1 main?
Oh, the Cody Drew match.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Dude, I agree. I think we're getting Rhea and Io versus
Bellas,
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they do that.
I don't know.
So, yeah.
Over here on the Twitch, we got a sub here from Diehard Homer. Thank you, Diehard Homer, and Dang MQ as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hey, is there an update on my winnings for January Predictions Challenge?
Yeah, I have not done them yet, but I do have an update on other merch. I spent all of SmackDown working on, because we got this rebrand, and it's like we need some merch to reflect that. So I've got a new iPhone cases, new shirts, the interpersonal dynamic shirt that's locked and loaded, ready to go.
Is like a Melty logo shirt going to be available?
Bro, I have got the worst, the ugliest. Nobody should or will buy this. But yes, I've got, so like, the Zubaz sort of homage print that I've got down here. All over print that.
Beautiful.
With the Melty logo on the chest.
Love it.
It's so ugly. And I have a corresponding hoodie as well that I added some checker print as well to it.
Question.
Yeah.
Can we get some shorts with the Zubaz all over deal?
Yes. I will work on shorts. Perfect. Yes. I wish they had rompers. Isn't that what they're called? The one piece?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool if they had all over print rompers.
You mean like with the shorts and the shirt attached, with the zipper that you step into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be cool. I'd like that. But they don't have that. I could definitely get shorts done. And then
hold on a second.
Yeah.
Are you in the market for a romper?
They seem very comfortable, don't they?
Potentially.
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, all sorts of stuff. And then I got some stuff that's like a little bit dialed back as well. So we'll check that.
What's the point of that?
Because I want some people to buy some stuff, and like if we just do the melty shit, nobody's gonna buy that, man. Come on. New hat. So yeah, but no, I'll get to yours.
There you go.
Anyways.
All right. SmackDown happened. We had our first Elimination Chamber qualifiers. Those went down. 2 triple threat matches here on SmackDown. Gonna be more
no
on Raw.
surprises in any of this. When you have Tiffany Stratton in one, it breaks my heart. But Chelsea Green's in that one, and I was like, ain't happening for Chelsea. Lash Legend be a terrific new addition to the chamber. Ain't happening for you, Lash. You got Tiffany Stratton in there. It's gonna be Tiffy time.
I know, and it's Randy and Solo and Alistair. Of course, Randy's gonna be in chamber because you got to have all your top stars in the main events, the top shows, blah, blah, blah. Like, roll the dice on. Like, the crowd was super behind Chelsea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Got the best reception.
Hey, let me ask you something. Because somebody asked, I think, us this recently or over WrestleMania. I don't know. It all mixes up these days. The whole Chelsea Michael Hayes thing.
Yeah. Oh, is that some sort of psyop on Michael Hayes' part to get Chelsea over? Is that what you're asking?
Is it a big worky work? He puts that out there. She responds harshly, gets the crowd behind her. She gets babyface reactions anyway. Everybody loves Chelsea.
She got a huge reaction tonight.
You think that might be a work?
I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if Michael Hayes actually thought that way either.
I think you're right about that. I lean way more towards that.
Yes, he's a firm believer that there's people who are, in his estimation, suited for a certain role in the world of wrestling, and that's the role they should fulfill. And outside of maybe a handful of situations, should they ever do anything other than that role?
All right. Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's foolishness. You got someone who's as talented as Chelsea Green, as talented as a lot of wrestlers, or just about any wrestler on the WWE roster.
Well, like, how is versatility a knock? That's
know.
what's nuts to me.
I
How is
know.
versatility a knock?
I know.
That's
that
crazy.
It was years ago that we heard something like Triple H maybe it's different now, but was very much of the opinion like, all right, if I see you in that role, that's your role. And good luck getting out of that role unless you get just like a groundswell of popular support behind you.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like, you're kind of limiting your potential stories you could tell. You're limiting who you can market as, you know, one of the faces of the company.
It's one thing to feel that way about performers who are one-dimensional or only kind of do one. And this, I hate to say it this way because I've seen him do other stuff, but by and large, he does the one thing, and it's Rusev, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know, yeah, he did a little bit of like kind of comedy back in the later days when he was still with the company, but like by and large, Rusev is what you get with Rusev. I could understand if Triple H saw Rusev and was like, depth guy. I see what this guy brings to the table. Depth guy. I could see that. Chelsea is like, dude, we have been lucky enough to meet her one time, and she lights up the damn room in person. Like, the charm is off the charts. She is the standout person in every episode of Unreal that she's in. And then whenever she's on television, and look at what she does. You're telling me that you're only seeing her, you know, like, that's crazy to me.
It is. Yeah, if you're around Chelsea for any length of time, you see it. She is a star.
Yeah.
And it's not just, she's incredibly charismatic.
Yeah.
We sat next to her at the Starcast for an hour, 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Just the nicest person.
Yeah, right.
Super nice, super charming, really funny. Mm-hmm. You know, and she took the time to have conversations with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, that did the meet and greet with her.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you see how she interacts with people. You see how she carries herself. And you're like, yeah, she is an absolute star.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And, you know, for anybody in kind of the creative side of WWE to be like, nope, she's suited for this role and this role only, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. People would go crazy if she got a taste of that world championship.
People would have gone crazy tonight if she had won this match.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But they like Tiffany Stratton, so she got the win here. There was stuff going on with Nia on the outside as well, an Alba fire, but Tiffany Stratton got the win. Prettiest moonsault on, was it Chelsea? Who was it?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
I did like before the match, there was an interview that Tiffany had with Kathy, and she's like, yeah, I didn't win the Rumble, but I got to win the Chamber going to WrestleMania. And then Chelsea and Alba comes in, and then Chelsea goes, hold on, tacky time.
I know, she's so funny.
She is funny. Anyway, this sets up, you know, some heat for this qualifier here.
Yeah. And then afterwards, or later on, rather, I should say, Kathy was backstage with Randy Orton because he's in qualifier as well. He's asked about that. Doesn't say anything all that interesting. But Aleister Black and Zelina Vega walk up. And he said, "We just said goodbye to two of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And we are still blessed to have you. Well, at least one part of you. See you tonight, buddy." And then later on, Solo is looking for...
What part was he talking about?
See, I just ran through that, not understanding the fucking thing that meant. And then you just brought that up. Are we just dumb? What did he mean? One part of you.
Blessed to have you. I don't know.
I don't know. Ask ChatGPT, maybe.
I don't know.
So Solo was the other guy in that particular match tonight.
Yeah.
And then, but he didn't know where his dudes were. His dudes had another match. It was the Tama
Tonga versus Nakamura, yeah.
Versus Nakamura. Jewel Order says 3 many parts.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, what? Is this a rib? Is this some sort of in-joke that...
Was it the rib?
Backstage?
He's talking about the rib.
Maybe it was a rib.
A rib. And Solo's like looking for his dudes, and she's like, "Hey, can I get your thoughts about stuff?" And then like the screen starts glitching, and Wyatt, and he says, "Hey, those guys better be out there. I know I'm winning, and I'm heading to the chamber to take it all." Then he gets his little lantern and he heads out there. But they have completely moved on from Solo, apparently. They're just like Tama Tonga. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of feel like they should. Like Tama Tonga as the leader of MFT, it's kind of cool. That kind of works.
Yeah, I know.
He looks like a beast out there, man.
Yeah, he does. He's wrestling more like he did, like when we started watching New Japan, doing like the stuff where he's running fast and sliding on the mat and to evade people.
Yeah.
They used to say he was the best, defensive counter wrestler in New Japan?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
like
that sounds
like
familiar. That sounds familiar.
So anyways, the main event, Chamber qualifier, Randall Keith Orton, Solo Sikoa, Aleister Black. Of course, Randy wins this.
Mm-hmm.
So Solo's setting for a spike, and Randy's just kind of like faking like he's woozy or something.
Yeah.
Because Solo apparently can't hit a spike to a opponent with his back turned.
Right.
So he's waiting, and then Randy just hits him with an RKO.
Yeah. So Randy goes ahead to Chamber. And then yeah, like you said, next week we've got Cody, Fatu, and Sad Sack Sammy. And to sort of build that up, we had a recap of the Rumble before we see Randy, Solo, and Aleister. And then we've got Cody attacking Drew because Drew is walking around backstage. So Cody just attacks him out of nowhere. They brawl down. He throws Drew into the steps, chucks him over the barricade. Drew runs off before getting his belt. So Cody gets in. He grabs a mic. Cody and some giant chunk of phlegm ends up on his chin. And he keeps on doing this and not hitting it until eventually he did. But this was the chewiest piece of phlegmy gum I've seen.
Yeah, it was like Jay
God.
White levels of viscous saliva.
Like a little chunk of Cody right there. So he gets on the mic and so much fire. He's got a new shirt. And he says, "Drew McIntyre, you think things are going to be the same? Smiling, title in tow. Drew, nothing will be the same. You eliminated me from the Rumble, a match you weren't even in. This is your own design and a self-fulfilling prophecy. For the first time in my career, I can't in good conscience point at that sign. And speaking of, I watched two of the very best not just declare their hatred, but their championship match. I was excited. Why, when this moment is concluded, is my name the first out of your mouth?"
He also says he was like, it's WWE's #1 fan, he said. He was excited to see that match.
Yeah, he loves WWE.
I don't know, the dude in the green shirt that's out ringside every show.
I feel like a larger portion of that guy's income versus what he makes is like much bigger than whatever Cody spends on WWE product.
Yeah,
because he gets
I don't think Cody has to spend a cent on WWE.
Probably not. No, they just comp everything. So anyways, he talks about his dick for a second, and then he asks Charlotte what they want to talk about. And then he talks about being born in the city, Presbyterian Hospital. He talks about the scene that was happening there at Presbyterian Hospital. Apparently there was a fight.
With Arn and Manny Fernandez.
That's right. Yeah. And he says, "Imagine my shame and discomfort when I came back here empty-handed." So he's just generally pissed. And then that pays off backstage later on because all this is like, Cody, the only way to get to Drew is through the Elimination Chamber. And next week, you got a triple threat qualifier, but you got to control your emotions and leave. Mm-hmm. And then Cody's like, "I'll control my emotions. He started this." So upset.
Yeah. So then later on, Drew comes back down the ring because he wants to make the point he wanted to make before Cody attacked him. This time, though, Jacob Fatu attacks him. Wrecks him. Just beats the hell out of him. And then yet again, Drew takes his title and escapes.
Mm-hmm.
And again, all this backstage goes up to Jacob Fatu and is like, "I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Cody. If you want Drew, you got to win your chamber match. Till then, calm yourself down. Get the F out of here."
Sort of loading up. I mean, I know it's because there's going to have a story and everything, but that is a loaded qualifier right there. You don't want to spread that love around a little bit. You got one dude who just fought for the world title, the former champion, and then you got Jacob Fatu. And he's got good.
Well, you got Sammy
too.
Currently down on his luck, feeling like shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's the pin guy in this match.
Yeah, that's his story, huh?
You know, so
he's the pin guy.
He is.
Is that an us thing? Pin guy?
Oh, I don't know.
I think we probably
Sammy
do.
is squarely back to being losing wrestler, Steve.
Well, yeah, they had to fight the Sammy Hogan allegations.
Yeah. So
So-
they're going to job him out for the next year
Yeah, maybe
until he wins
then-
the Rumble next year.
Until the Rumble next year.
So anyways, eventually Drew makes his way to the announce desk and decides to talk. He's given an opportunity to talk. No one interrupts him yet. Talks about destroying, crushing Sami Zayn. Said it was broken dreams for him. Referencing his theme that people really like. Says, let's talk about Monday. Then he references Roman and Punk, what they said. He was like, whatever. They try to insult me, then they defend me. Comes across as insecure. He says, what frustrated me was making this title feel second-rate Smackdown. If you don't see that as a declaration of war and not wrestle every match like it's your last, I'll show you the door. As for this title, the man makes the title. The title makes the man. I went through hell to get this. Part-time? I would never go part-time. I was there when the world shut down, and I've earned this title. The men who've made this title. The San Bartinos, the Hogans, the Harts. The not Dusty Rhodes, The Rock, Steve Austin. If you say this isn't number one, then I call you a bold-faced liar. He says, I know why you picked Punk, Roman. You have a 280-pound Scottish war machine or a tattooed psychopath, Fragile Phil, who is always one fall away from his career being over. He says, without your Samoan army, I'd kill you. Good luck when you two are acting like boys and aura farming. I've got entire rosters fighting over each other. They get the right to face me, the real best in the world, in the main event at WrestleMania.
All right. So did Drew convince you at all?
Not in the least.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Are you in agreement with me?
So I feel the substance of his argument
Yeah.
is sound
Yeah.
because Punk is one bad fall away from like hip replacement. He's old.
And Roman never beat Drew one-on-one. Straight up.
Right. That being said, it's kind of like sour milk. Like, dude, you just got to ignore them. If you're the number one guy, then just ignore them.
Unless you got some rounds that are actually going to do some good. You got some good shit to unload, then yeah, you do it. But at the end of the day, in the record book, it's going to say Drew McIntyre lost a bunch to Roman and lost to Phil.
Yeah.
Regardless of the specifics of it.
Yeah. No. So you're saying he needs like,
You
know,
either ignore it, but unless you got something really good you could dole out, then
to
you
back
do that.
it up. He doesn't have the actual resume to back it up. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying.
especially when twice already during the course of the show, he clutched his title and fled. Someone tried to
I don't like
beat
the
him up.
clutching title fleeing thing. You're right.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that. Makes him look weak.
Yeah,
But-
exactly. It's the whole thing. He looks weak, and he throws this stuff out here, which I get the point. I'm the legacy champion. This is the legacy title. I held it down, you know, during COVID, so on and so forth, which is all true.
Yeah.
But when he's clutching title and running off to escape a fight, it makes him look weak.
It does.
Well, I don't buy what he says. He
Yeah.
comes off as a second-rate champion when he does that stuff.
The vision test, though, like the dude is a monster.
He
You
is
know?
enormous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, Drew has it all.
He does. He needs the
He
resume.
could be face of the company,
Yeah.
without a doubt. He's a great promo, good wrestler. He's enormous, got tons of charisma. But they're writing him basically like a coward.
He really would need, I mean, dude, here's the problem. If Roman chose him and Drew beat him, then Drew would be on the path, you know, at Mania and night 2. Drew would be on the path to having that resume and making him that dude.
Yep.
But instead, they're going to give him Cody, and which is not a chump, don't get me wrong. But like, he's got to beat Cody. And if they throw Fatu in there to be the pin guy, that doesn't exactly get the job done.
No, and it just feels like, all right, Drew, your
Water
title
on the
reign is to facilitate Cody's story, not to advance yours.
if that's what ends up playing out, you know.
Yeah, if Cody beats him at Mania and gets the title back. Yeah, it's facilitating Cody's story, 1,000%.
I sort of thought, and maybe hopefully they will just simply focus on Drew, but they might have just metrics that say, hey, Cody's the guy. You got to put the title back on Cody. Yeah. Money, you know?
Yes, yeah, they get their spreadsheet with all the numbers that all point to Cody having the title in perpetuity. I understand that, but it doesn't make for the most interesting television.
No, it does not, because you see where it's going. Now, I thought the same thing about Rhea Ripley, and they didn't really do that with her yet. I mean, I know she's eventually going to get her win back over Io, but to have Io win before Mania, win at Mania.
Yeah.
Io's up there with her at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll put Drew up there. I don't know. But, man, he is a monster.
So after Drew finishes up, Trick's music hits. He comes out, says, hey, Drew, I figure I'd come out, watch the main event, watch this qualifier. But it hit me. You're worried about all the wrong things, Roman, Punk, Cody, Jacob Fatu. Let me give you some advice. You got to worry about the future of this business. I'm talking about Trick Williams. Trick is the man who's going to take that title at WrestleMania. Let's talk about it. And Drew says, you just stepped up. Nice. But walk before you run. If you interrupt the champ again, I'll stick those lemon pepper steppers where the sun don't shine. Mm-hmm. So that Trick sits ringside for the main event. Doesn't get involved at all. No involvement. He's just sitting there.
He's just enjoying the show. I got a couple super chats here. D Skills says, when did Kit get so over? The second they dropped that new theme in Tron. The moment. Rift Machine here with the super chat says, Oba, Javon, Trick. Who wins a major title first? I'd be shocked if it wasn't Oba.
Yeah, it's going to be Oba.
Yeah.
Awkward Vegas with the sub here on Twitch. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So Liv Morgan, true to her word, did in fact appear on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. Nick Aldis welcomed her to the ring. She came down with Raquel, who is all smiles. She says, you're now in the presence of the greatest Royal Rumble winner of all time. I got a choice to make, but there's a huge elephant in the room. Raquel grabs the mic, says, I want to address that elephant in the room too, but she's cut off by Jade's music. I love that they got this little story between Liv and Raquel going. And they don't talk about that shit until they get to the ring. Mm-hmm. So Jade comes down, and she gets on the mic and says, I don't care if you won. I don't care that you're here. I'll make myself clear. If you choose me, I'm going to beat that ass at WrestleMania. And then she looks over at Raquel and says, by the way, what the hell are you looking at?
Yeah.
So Liv says, Jade, you're so funny. If I were you, I'd watch what I'd say. I could easily take Stephanie Vaquer and let Raquel be the one to humble you and take your title. Hey, then we both leave as champions. That brings out Jordan Gray. She's like, hold on a second. I want a shot at Jade. So Liv starts blah, 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 blahing. And then in unison, Jade and Jordan both say, shut up, bitch. And then they all argue, and all this inadvertently makes, I don't know if you even realize this. He's just saw 4 people out there, 2 of which in a faction. He's like, all right, tag team.
And they're all in their gear. You know?
You two against you two. I'm like, oh, you just threw together a can they coexist situation here, all this. And sure enough, they really could not. But they did actually get the...
they did get the win.
They get the win. Yeah,
because Raquel accidentally boots Liv during the match.
That's right, after Jade accidentally booted Jordan Grace.
Yes. So they're yelling at each other, Jordan and Jade, I believe. And then... it was Jade and Raquel. And so George shoves Raquel into Jade and then rolls up Raquel to get the win.
Correct.
And so later on, Jade and Jordan are arguing, and Aldis comes up and says, since you, Jordan, mentioned Mania, Jade doesn't have plans just yet. You're defending that title next week against Jordan Grace. And Jordan just says, see you next week.
So she gets that match next week. We had figured. It'd be
a Smackdown defense, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Which apparently it is.
And then, a bunch of other stuff happened on SmackDown.
Yeah, Miz was answered the Opa challenge because he's backstage with Ilya. Ilya is all prepped to go out there and actually answer the Opa challenge. And Miz is like, nope, I already did it. Opa challenge, it's closed. Mello walks up and says, when it comes to this belt, I call the shots. Ilya, you beat Miz. You deserve the title shot. Somebody here doesn't deserve one. And you're not getting one, but you are getting an ass whooping in the 704. And then Miz says, who do you think you are? Mello says, I'm him.
I'm him.
Do something about it. And if he had any thought that Miz was going to cheat to win to earn himself the U.S. title shot,
Nope.
That escape out of the skull-crushing finale was awesome.
Wasn't that something else?
That was great.
That was sick. And then he hit it immediately into the first 48 cover, got the win. Yeah, fun match. Yeah, good stuff. Miz is so good at getting the other guy over, during the match, like dude raising his hand and making sure everybody boos him, and then he points over at Mello and they all cheer him. He's so good at that shit. But yeah, that was a really cool counter there into the first 48. Trick has no sympathy for sad sack Sammy. So Sammy's backstage. Ray Phoenix is like, hey, you're a big inspiration for me. Because Sammy's walking back there. And like I said earlier in the show, they rigged this thing so that like people in the background are like, hey, Sammy, good job at the Rumble. Hey, you'll get him next time. Hey, Sammy, whatever,
Really what Sammy should have done is been like, I ain't going to work today.
Yeah. He got some vacation saved up.
I'm taking a Sammy day. That's what he should have said.
What do you want me to be here for the chamber qualifier? I'm going to be the pin guy in that, but okay. I'm not, won't be here till then.
That's the show I have to be at until then. I ain't showing up.
So he's just, hang dog, just super sad, like fucking Charlie Brown, like Michael Cera in Arrested Development.
Yeah.
And he's back there. Ray Phoenix tries to hype him up just with a really lame inspirational speech here. He's like, hey, you're a big inspiration for me and all of us. Don't give up. If you can do it, we can all do it. It's like, Ray, he didn't do it.
No,
he lost.
Did.
He got jumped out. He got fucking murdered.
Got the shit beat out of him at the Rumble.
So, yeah, I mean, as we've seen here in WWE, that you can do that. So Trick walks up to talk some shit. He says, oh, talking to Mr. can't get the job done. And Phoenix is like, come on, this is Sami Zayn. Pay respect. He's like, oh, Sammy's great, but he's the guy who gets the playoffs, but no ring. He's Charles Barkley. I'm Michael Jordan. Already put the team on my back. It's not about being a pillar or a role model. It's about getting the job done. And Phoenix says, keep talking and I'll knock your teeth out. Just the weakest talk.
And Sammy's just standing there, just super
He's
dejected.
just like, these guys are arguing over how much of a loser I am. This is not what I wanted to walk into. I just wanted to go to catering and have some soup.
It's like the story is being written for you, Steve. Tired of Sammy.
Right, I'm so entertained by it.
Yeah.
I wish they had cut later on backstage at catering. He finally gets a bowl of soup and somebody accidentally, Rusev is back in catering and he accidentally knocks into him.
Or just talking real animated and actually, flings the bowl of soup at his
So I said, hey, buddy. And then he hits it. And it's like, oh, and he's got a white shirt on. So it's all over.
Over Sammy's $100 millionaire sweater.
Rich person $100 sweater.
Yeah. $100 rich person sweater. Rhea and Io defend the tag titles against Julia and Kiana before that. Kiana and Julia get an interview with Kathy. Julia says, just a stepping stone this match. For Julia becoming a triple champion, that Julia speaks in Japanese. And then Kiana says, the Rumble was a blip. Tonight we win the titles. Julia wins the chamber and will face the champion at Mania. You'll excuse us. Then they go out there and lose.
Yeah.
And Julia ate the pin here.
Yeah, she did. That was pretty surprising.
It was. She's looking for another lights bomb on Io. Io escapes that. O'Connor roll. Rhea tags in. Riptide to the moonsault. And Rhea covers to get the W.
I mean, to be honest, eating the pin, when it's like those two finishers.
Oh, yeah.
But still, I take your point. So later on, Rio is backstage with Kathy. She congratulates him. Io says, Julia and Kiana put up a good match, but these are our titles. Rhea says, we're on our way to Mania and everybody's on their A game, so are we. And then Kathy asks about the qualifier Monday. Rhea's like, I'll take the momentum to Raw, and though these are our priority, more gold won't hurt. So that brings Nia Jax. She says a chamber spot for you would be a complete waste. It should have gone to Lash, but she was screwed over. And Rhea says, for as big as you are, you make a lot of excuses, and you sound like a couple little bees. And then Nia says, you're lucky we weren't in the ring or we would have taken those titles. And Io says, is that a challenge? Lash says, that's a threat. So they get a title shot. I think it's next week. It was advertised. So we're going to get that match.
So Kit Wilson invented the Kit Wilson Open Challenge tonight.
This was awesome.
This was great. So he comes to the ring, and he says, I'm Kit Wilson. Yeah, I'm the top hit.
I'm the top hit.
Already
What
great.
a great term.
So good. He says, I was at the Rumble last weekend, and what I saw disgusted me. 30 chauvinistic pigs, toxic, ugly meatheads, the sweating, the grunting, Toxic. The temper tantrums. Toxic. The crowd's
And the
chanting
crowd
along.
is going with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says all these men trying to battle out to see who's the biggest alpha. No wonder they didn't want me in the match. I am the true, real man, and they are scared of a man who is confident in his emotions, who moisturizes, who listens. You can't handle a man who moves his hips like these. And you got this dance where he puts his like fist to his head,
And
like
he's got the
flexing,
microphone near his face, and he's going.
Yeah, he's kinda doing the kind of like the Rick Rude dance.
It's so disconcerting.
It is.
Because these.
You are all toxic. Anyone in the Rumble, if you're brave enough, come down and face the man redefining masculinity. Face me one-on-one. I'm the tonic to toxic masculinity. My name is Kit Wilson, so Obafemi's music hits. He comes to the ring.
Ooh.
Bell rings. And Kit says, I'm a feminist. You are the problem. You are toxic. And then Oba beats the hell out of him.
Beats the living shit out of him, hits him with a fall from grace for the win. You think the Kit Wilson Open Challenge continues?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope so.
He's really good.
So then Oba's standing over him. They got him silhouetted. They got him backlit. It's great. And so we see Truth and Priest watching backstage. And Truth is selling Oba. It's like, oh my gosh, you see him? He was smashing into people in the Rumble, eating them. Did he hurt you? Not realizing that I believe Oba eliminated Damian Priest from the Rumble.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Truth goes, oh, my bad, but hey, he didn't have to touch one ball and he got in. How you feel about that? So the Priest says he's about to talk. Drew rushes in, brushes shoulders with Truth. Truth stops him and says, excuse me. And then Priest steps in, like Priest trying to be all tough with Drew. It's like, hey, you and I have done this enough. You have enough problems. I don't think you need another one. So then Drew just walks on by. His music hits. That's when he goes out for his promo. Later on, Kit's backstage. We get to see Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews on television.
Great. So he's hanging out with Matt Cardona. And Kit says, this is all your fault, talking to Cardona. Toxic masculinity was on its way out before you showed up looking like a protein bar with chiseled abs. That's a good line.
It is.
And then Apollo Crews starts laughing because it's a good line. And then Kit says, don't laugh, Apollo. You are toxic. And Cardona says, I told you, anytime I'm ready, go ahead and step up. Always ready. And then Kit says, excuse me, I need a warm bath.
I'm hoping we get Apollo Crews versus Kit Wilson.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Just hanging out there.
How do you feel about baths, Steve?
I'm guessing I'm not as anti-bath as you are. I like bath. Like, I haven't taken a bath in fucking forever.
Yeah, same.
But like, if I do, I like that to be the way you like your apple pie.
Hot, because
like,
it
boiling
gets tepid,
hot.
it's gross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be hot.
Oh, that's gnarly. Yeah. No, it needs to be like, oh god, it hurts everything. That's how bad it is.
All right, we're in agreement then.
Yeah, for sure.
Tama Tonga finally got to throw hands with Nakamura and got the win.
Yeah, I did. Thanks
to some help
MFT.
Needed some help from MFTs. Took 2 cutthroats though for Tama Tonga to get the win over Nakamura.
This is a badass match too, man.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah, good
Tama's put on muscle. He still moves great though.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
The intensity's off the charts.
He's thick.
We got a Bo Dallas promo. He just calls out Solo, talking about the lantern. Says fear shows up when you're alone. So of course Solo was alone for the main event. And then finally, John Gargano is just lost without. I got a new term for it.
This was funny. Like, he stole it, and now he's super sad that they got it back.
Yeah,
that's
Maskium.
Legitimately funny. Yeah,
that's what we're gonna refer to the Axiom's mask from now on. Okay.
Yeah.
And we gotta see Motor City Machine Guns on TV.
They're back. They're back from the AAA.
So Fraxium and Motor City Machine Guns are chatting backstage, and Candace comes up and says, "I hope you're proud. Look what you did to Johnny." And so Johnny's laying on a road case.
It's like just planking, basically.
Like, yeah, he's like catatonic, basically. And then Chris Sabin says, that looks like a pile of dirty laundry. And Candace goes, not nice. He's been like this all week. So they're talking back and forth about the mask. And Fraxium's like, hey, it was Axiom's Maskium. So what is he upset about? And then Candace says, you don't know what that mask meant to him. And so Fraxium kind of just like high-five, celebrate, and walk off and say, we're going to talk to Aldous. And so Candace starts talking to Motor City Machine Guns. He's like, "You've known him for a long time, Motor City Machine Guns. Could you talk to him, please?" And the Chris Sabin of Motor City Machine Guns says, "We have. You remember when he lied to our face and cost us the tag titles? Remember that? I do. Want us to talk to him? You're out of your mind." So he walks off. She pleads with Alex Shelley of Motor City Machine Guns. And he's like, no, I can't do it. And then he walks off.
Yep. Exit Motor City Machine Guns.
Hopefully they're on TV next week as well.
Speaking
Motor
of next
City
week,
Machine
Dave
Guns.
Matushak has a super chat that says, remember to watch Sci-Fi for the next 2 Fridays.
Yeah, because SmackDown's on Sci-Fi due to Olympics coverage.
Due to the Olympics. Yeah.
What's your favorite Winter Olympics sport, Steve?
It's the one, oh geez, what's it called? They do the thing and then they
Curling.
Curling, yeah, it's curling.
Curling's great.
Curling. It's that
You know,
one.
there's a place, some place around here. There's,
They have curling?
yeah,
That's cool. It seems like it'd be exhausting. I like to watch it though.
it's very relaxing to watch.
Besides curling, what's your winter sport of choice? I like what is the one? It's just like the super dangerous one where it's dudes in a little thing and it's going down.
Oh yeah.
That thing.
The luge.
Is it the luge?
Well, what is it? Multiple people on one sled or just one person on a sled?
Either one.
It's a luge if it's one person. Yeah, that shit's hella dangerous.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
super
no
fast.
kidding. Yeah.
It's bobsled's the other one where you got like 3 people.
Hi, I'm bobsled.
Sled. There you go. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what sports I'm actually excited to watch in the Winter Olympics. I'm having a hard time thinking of any.
Yeah. I really got invested in during the Summer Olympics when they did the 3-on-3 basketball because I
Yeah, that was
haven't
cool.
seen a lot of that. I was like, holy shit, look at their strategy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. But yeah, Winter Olympics, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. Where's the Olympics this year?
Italy, Milan.
Italia. Milan. Well, that's nice. Anyways, would you like to answer some questions?
Oh, certainly.
Would you like to look at the television, Mr. Lee?
Let's see here. There's a lot of blind power ranking and not a lot of questions.
Dude, there was a killer blind power rank that I didn't notice, and I don't know why. Like one of the last episodes.
Yeah.
And it was like 90s movie soundtrack.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. I did see a couple questions here. Bill Dubb says, "What would you two do to cheer the other one up after a devastating loss?" I say, like I was today, the basketball courts. Steve, I want you to do well today, and I think you're going to. And you did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's like, okay, just, you know, one of us lost big. What would we do to cheer the other one up? Like, not against each other, because I know what to do if I win. Like, I won like most of the shit today. I just be chipper. I don't say anything. We don't do that to each other. We don't talk shit. So like, if you lost like to Hilton, if you just got decimated,
Yeah.
to Hilton,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably just talk shit about Hilton to you.
But that wouldn't make me feel better.
Really?
No.
That's weird. I think it would.
No.
You know, he drove past my house and shouted my name, said I was Stinky Steve.
Yeah.
Just this tonight, he did.
Oh,
that.
he did it tonight, huh?
I didn't hear him because wrestling was on.
How
but
does he expect us to hear him?
I don't know.
He's driven by my house and shouted at me too.
Because he's an idiot. That's why. Like, who does that? You're gonna get shot.
He does.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. We're adult. We're approaching 50.
This is what I'd do. Except for devastating loss, I know how to lift your spirits.
Cake.
Steve, get in the car. We're going to Del Taco.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. Steve, let's go get our load on. How about that? That's
sure.
good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go have 2.5 beers and get tired.
Exactly. Okay, let's see.
Donald C, man. Sorry. This is what are the odds Drew Claymore kicks his way into a feud with Roman post-Mania? You'd lose that too, though.
Post-Mania? Roman ain't going to be around post-Mania? Maybe at SummerSlam.
Yeah, maybe at SummerSlam, but I
Maybe
don't really
at
feel
SummerSlam.
confident about Drew winning that either.
Lou with a super chat says, just saying good day. Thanks,
Hi, Lou.
All right. Oh, here we go. We'll do this one. Cameron Shank says blind power rank.
Sure.
7. You got 7.
7.
These are places to get recognized as a pro wrestling podcaster. 1 being the best place, 7 being the worst place to be recognized as a pro wrestling podcaster.
Okay.
Number 1, the grocery store.
It's happened before.
Yep.
Totally fine.
Pushing your cart. You know.
Pushing my cart, buying some produce.
Yeah, I know the dude. Like, there's a dude at Winco.
Yeah.
Who, he's like, hey, Steve, hey.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the grocery store is a good one. I'll put grocery store at 2.
Okay, that's good. Next up, at a dine-in restaurant, you're having your steak. Hey, Larson.
I guess it would depend on the length of the interaction. If there's something like, hey, like the show, cool. But, someone to have a conversation while I'm trying to
It's your
enjoy the meal.
anniversary. You're trying to have a steak meal.
Or I'm out with the family.
Hey, can you name one time that a match was really, everybody hated a match, but you loved it?
Hey, do you want to do a blind power rank right now?
See, that would then go up the ranks for me. So where are you going to put dine? Fine.
5.
Okay. No good. All right. Next up, public restroom.
7.
Got to be 7. It's nothing worse than that.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything worse than that.
Nothing worse than that.
7.
Next up, in traffic. Hey, Larson, love the show.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, that's great.
Right?
Yeah, that's great. See, because usually I don't like being stuck in traffic. Who does?
Nobody does.
But if someone's like, hey, Larson, love the show.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
That brightened my spirits. That's number 1.
But then what happens? They're in the lane over. They advance, and then you advance, and then there's the awkward thing of now we're lined up again. Hey, you want to do a blind power rank?
Sure, I'm stuck in traffic. Why not?
Okay, where is that? Number
1.
1? All right, number 1. Next up. Oh, man, it's 100 degrees outside, but you got to get your yard work done. Doing your yard work. The problem with that, of course, is then he knows where you live.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I can't sleep if somebody knows where I live.
6. And that's like not me at my best either, because I've been out there doing yard work. I'm probably just pouring sweat.
Oh, it's the worst. Yeah.
Miserable, because I hate doing yard work.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Just miserable. Yeah, that's not a good time to catch me.
Well, have you already expended 6 and 7?
Yeah, for yard work and public restroom.
All right, well, the next one is during a home invasion.
Wow. Well,
put your hands up, asshole. Hey, aren't you Larson?
Maybe if they bust into my house, they're like, oh, I love your show.
Might
They'll
save
have
you.
a change of heart.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So 4, I guess.
All right, so this last one here, what do you have left? 3?
3.
Oof. Awkward situation, Akko Taco. At a wrestling show, by a wrestler you and your co-host has dunked on.
That's bound to happen at some point.
You would think so, yeah.
Got to roll with it.
Okay.
Like,
hey,
hey,
it's
man,
all
sorry.
fun. It's all fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings.
You said I look better balding with a mullet? Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I'd be like, no, Steve said that, not me.
Yeah, I like you bald. Why are you talking about my head? Because it's funny.
Steve, I got a good one here for you from Bobby Mincy.
Excellent.
Blind power rank these 9 90s non-grunge bands.
Non-grunge. Boring.
There's at least one good option on here. At least one good option.
1, 2, 9?
9, yeah.
Man, y'all need to limit these things to like 7.
No, but 9's good because it's the 90s.
That doesn't. All right, go ahead.
First band here is Cake.
Cake. Oh, man, Sacramento.
Yeah.
Lacey delivered mail to one of them dudes.
Oh, really?
The main guy. John.
Oh, the singer? Yeah.
What's his name? I don't know his name.
I remember his name.
All right. Cake. They're fine. That one album is really good. That one album is really good. Whatever one had the distance on it.
Oh, I'm like, sorry, Cake. I can't stand that song. Never could.
Well, the album was good. Is it because it was over? Oh, but you never could. You ever liked it? Oh, that was
no, I never liked that song.
I
like their first album. Well,
I don't know where this is going. There's a lot of 9 options on here. They're not that fucking good. Cake at number 6. Oh, is that too high?
Not saying anything.
Oh
Next.
shit! Are there gonna be some real turds on here?
Next.
Ugh.
Matchbox 20. Beer, 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 beer.
How did their song go? All I know is the one. I know the one that he did with
Santana, yeah.
Santana, but I know the other one.
Beer, 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 beer,
Give me some lyrics or something.
Beer, beer. It's the
Well,
the
I could
real
have
world.
yeah,
The real world
okay.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like them as much as Cake. I'm gonna put them at number 7.
All right, I'm gonna change the order of this a little bit to make it a little more interesting.
All right.
Next up here, Third Eye Blind.
You know what?
I want something else.
That's a catchy. I don't know. I know the Graduate song. I don't like that either. But I did isn't the Semi Charm Live? Isn't that like about just doing a lot of drugs? Mm-hmm. Kind of on the down low. I always appreciate that about it. And then like they had to bleep out all the drug references on the radio. I might have put Cake too low. Shit, because like I really don't know their shit. I don't really like their shit. What?
That's what I was trying to tell you when I made the.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Damn. Oh, I'm screwing myself. All right. What are they? Third Eye Blind? They go number 3 then, just for the serendipity. Third Eye Blind.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to mix up this order to make this a little more fun.
Shit.
Next up, Collective Soul.
Oh, God. These bands all suck, dude. Fuck. Is that the one? Whoa, let me love you, light shine down.
Yeah,
Is that one? I hate that song.
Yeah.
I don't know. Number 8. God.
What
I'm
spots do you
screwed.
have left?
I'm scared. 1, 2, 4, 9.
Okay.
I need one band that I like.
1, 2, 4, 9. Okay. How about this one? Limp Bizkit.
Fuck it. Number 1.
There you go.
You know, I've seen. Yeah, I'll put number 1. Screw it.
All right.
I'm sorry. I unironically like plenty of their songs.
Yeah. Sure. How about Butthole Surfers?
Oh, fuck. I wanted them at number 1.
Not too bad.
Damn it. They're at number 2.
All right. What spots do you have left?
4 and 9.
There's three.
Oh, 4, 5, and 9. Sorry.
4, 5, and 9. Okay. 4, 5, and 9. The Cranberries.
Oh, I like them. Number 4.
All right.
They should have gone above Third Eye Blind. I like the Cranberries.
All right. Next up, Dave Matthews Band.
Fuck them. Number 9. I cannot stand Dave Matthews. I cannot. Either. Oh my God. It's like, to me, Dave Matthews Band is like what Tinnitus would be like. But
all
worse.
Right. Do you have 5 left?
I have number 5 left.
Number 5 is Beck.
Fuck! I biffed it. God damn it!
I had to change the order because Beck is listed 3rd here, and that would have been
easy. Number 1.
I know
that'd have been easy. Yeah, you did the right thing because you got to have something controversial in the end. Yeah, Beck easy number 1. Cranberries probably number 2. Butthole Surfers number 3. Limp Bizkit number 4. Cake number 5, and then all the rest of the trash. Dave Matthews definitely number 9 though.
Yeah, we'll agree with that one.
Yeah, I biffed that one. That was a good list though. That was a good list.
Angel Uriel here with the sub on Twitch. Thank you, Angel. We got a raid here too from DJ Ansi.
Thank you very much, DJ. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Let's see here. Okay, you want to do one more blind power rank?
I got another one for you too because this is
good.
The Super Bowl coming up.
Okay, cool.
All right, how many?
6 from one of my favorite blind power rankers, Darius the Great.
Darius has good blind power ranks, yeah.
He certainly does. Now, these are 6 fictional characters based on who you'd rather be U.S. leader in real life.
Oh wow. Gosh.
Who would you rather be president than the guy that we got now?
Right.
President Dookie Pants.
Yeah.
All right, 6 fictional characters.
Sure.
Number 1, from Independence Day, President Whitmore. This is your Independence Day.
Yeah, I mean, based simply what we see in the movie, you'd think he'd be high. Know nothing about his actual politics, though, you know?
Oh, dude, he could be, yeah.
So I guess I can only go by what we're shown in the movie. In the case of a national emergency,
It's pretty solid.
I think he'd be a pretty solid pick.
Yeah.
I'll put him at 3.
Although a lot of people died. I wonder if there's something that he could have done different, maybe.
It was an alien invasion. I don't know.
Those ships were powerful.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Logan Roy.
The question is, I know his politics are awful.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd be like kind of a more capable, but also I think he's savvier though, like about how he would go about things. Yeah, it'd be terrible.
5.
Have you seen Peacemaker?
No.
You saw the Suicide Squad though, right?
I didn't finish it.
All right. You remember Amanda Waller? She was like the head of like doing the Suicide Squad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, her. Real cutthroat type. Willing to get the job done with it by any means necessary.
I guess 4? It's run to the middle. This is bad strategy.
You got what do you got now? 3, 4, and 5?
I got 3, 4, 5 filled out, yeah.
3, 4, 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up. Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin from the Daredevil.
Oh, dear.
He was D'Onofrio in the Daredevil Netflix series.
Yeah.
Just an evil guy.
Yeah. I'm going to biff this. I guess 6. I'm going to have something awful at 1 and 2.
Next
put
up.
Whitmore at 1 at this rate.
Next up. President James Marshall, the Harrison Ford, I think, from Air Force One.
Number 1.
Okay. And
again, know nothing about his politics, but
what do you have left?
2.
2? All right. Well, number 2, you are putting Homelander from The Boys. Just going around lasering people's heads off and shit.
Completely biff that one.
That's a hard one.
That is a tough one.
But yeah, Whitmore should be number 1. And then Harrison Ford. And then probably Amanda Waller. And then Logan Roy, Wilson Fisk, and then Homelander.
Yeah, Homelander would be last.
That's good.
All right, let's do this one. These are 8 Super Bowl foods, Steve.
Oh, man, right up my alley. All right, what you got?
Number 1 here, some wings, buffalo wings.
8. Fuck wings. I don't like those.
What if they're boneless wings?
Well, are they?
No, it just says buffalo wings, so they're not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just for the sake of conversation.
I mean, boneless wings are better.
Pretty much chicken nuggets.
They're just chicken nuggets at that point.
Yeah, virtually. Next up here, pizza.
Pizza, number 1. I like pizza. Can't go wrong with pizza.
All right. 3, chips and dip.
I love chips and dip. I like all sorts of. You got 7-layer dip. You got spinach dip. You got French
some
onion.
Fritos and some
Fritos.
any kind of dip, basically.
I mean, I'd like something more substance maybe. So I'll go there's 8 of these bastards. So I'm going to say number 4, chips and dip.
All right. Next up, sliders. Little mini hamburgers.
Oh my God. Number 2. Get out of here with that. Sliders. Number 2. Sliders.
Next up, beer.
Oh, man. That could have been number 1. I'll go number 3. Can't have a Super Bowl without beer.
All right. What numbers do you have left?
Unless you're straight edge. 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7. Next up, taco bar.
Taco bar. People cough on it, sneeze on it. I'm not down with
if it's a Super Bowl party, this is all going to be out. And you're going to cough and sneeze and all this stuff.
Yeah, but a taco bar especially. You get all that sneeze in a fucking little vat of ground beef. It's just sitting there.
It's just more shit on the table. It's not any different than anything else on the table, man.
I mean, the pizza shows up. It's like, hey, pizza's here. Open the box.
That's the one thing that's got the box that can cover it up.
Get your shit.
And
Hey, who wants some sliders? That's what they do with this. So who wants some sliders? Go around and say, who wants taco bar? No, it's like go saddle up to the cold taco bar.
Yeah.
Nah, number 7, taco bar.
Wow.
Nasty.
Jalapeno poppers.
Oh, man. Damn it. Yeah, I'd rather have those than taco bar, but I don't like jalapeno poppers. Lacey swears by those things, but I'm like, I don't need to blow my old hole out.
No. The next one is another thing that's great because it's probably going to be covered up. It's got to dip a spoon in there, dish out some chili.
Oh yeah, chili's cool.
And the great thing
Especially
about chili, you can put some chili on your plate. You got some Fritos, that's your dip.
that's
You
your
want s-
dipping.
You can put some chili on your sliders.
That's amazing.
If you
Or your
wanted to.
pizza. If you
Yeah.
want to, you bring your own glizzies. Be like, hey, you gonna make some glizzies? You got an air fryer here?
Yep. Yep.
I make some chili dog, and I get some
Yep.
cheese, some Kaftan cheese from the taco bar.
Yeah.
That's good.
But if the chili's hot enough, pour it on that cheese,
Oh, it'll melt.
and then like whatever germs on there might just be
The bacteria will dissipate. Yeah, exactly.
so.
So, yeah, I think I completely nailed that list.
Chili might be number one. It's most versatile. You can do anything with it.
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing about chili. This is why it gets knocked down, because people have it by the fourth quarter. That place is going to be just an ass factory. It's going to be so
With
laden
that
with
much
gas.
rich food and booze, that's
gonna
probably
be
the
like-
case anyways.
It's going to be like Jupiter. Nothing but gas.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Bunch of people just beefing. But I'm cutting out of here.
Yeah, just leave if that's the case.
Yeah,
Like I'm not a fan of either of these teams anyways.
exactly. How about the
Bounce.
Patriots coming back? Like after
Are you a Patriots fan again because of that?
No, I don't do football. I don't care about football. What do I care about football? Bunch of dudes just like nailing each other. If they're gonna, they might as well just switch it up to that one thing that we saw. Like what was it called?
Oh yeah.
Run Nation or something like that, where they just
Yeah.
like run straight at each other and knock heads.
Well, there's like no protective gear for them.
Yeah, I like football. It's just different now. Like my dad's not around to make the ribs anymore, and that was my thing. You know, Mom would make mac and cheese. He'd make some ribs. He put out a whole like display of Little Debbie cakes. You know, he's not around to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Sort of ruined for me. Anyways, that's going to do it for the show today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you guys around. Have a good weekend.
Yes, have a good weekend, everybody. Goodbye.